Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Savix and today I'll be covering the most frequently asked question, what are my add-ons for Season of Discovery? First add-on will be Dominos for my bars. I'll do a little rundown on how to use this add-on. Click on Dominos, right click, and you should open a little Dominos page. Click on Configure Bars and you will be able to move your bars freely. I shouldn't have done that. Right click to open the panel and you can size them differently. Lots of ways to customize your bars. As you can see on my right side, I have it a little bit faded away, but if I mouse over it, it shows. And if you want a keybind, just press keybinds and escape to clear it out. Press your button to keybind it. Pretty damn simple. And if you want to have these empty slots blacked out, make sure to download Masque Dominos. Second add-on on the list is Kui UI for the little nameplates, and you could also turn on cast bars. Simply go to Options, Add-ons, then Kui nameplates. You can play around however you want with it. And then following up with WeakAura. Type /WA and you will have your WeakAura window pop up. This is for my Exorcism. Whenever I get Exorcism proc, you will see this light up. Boom, just like that. And I'll leave the Exorcism WeakAura in the description. All you have to do is import and paste the link in there. And number 4 is Weapon Swing Timer. I have a little bar pop up and each time I swing, it will show me when it resets the swing timer. So when the bar reaches all the way to the right, it means it's refreshed. So that you could min-max on bosses, going away for that quick second and then going back in, or kiting an enemy player and then going back in. Also comes in very handy when you're seal twisting, yet seal twisting is not that hot in Season of Discovery. You can also go into the options and change the setting to however you want. It's a really cool add-on. Next to add-on is Leatrix Plus and Leatrix Map. This is Leatrix Map where your map is a little bit smaller. I'm not a big fan when it's covering your whole face. Especially when I'm in Battleground, I constantly check the map. I know you can do Shift M to pop the mini map, but I like looking at the bigger map to see where all my teammates are. And it's better than the big one. Leatrix Plus, on the other hand, is an add-on that has a lot of quality of life, where you can automate quests, automatically repair. You could also set a setting, invite from Whisper, where if anyone whispers me INV, I invite them automatically. And I know a lot of people ask for my mini-map, how I have it squared. It's from here. Go to Interface, Enhance Mini-map, and you can just make it square. You can also play with the size of however you like. Next add-on is Modern Target Frame. A lot of people ask how I have the percentage and the numbers showing. Simply download this add-on and you should see both. I think you also have to go into Options, Display, Status Text, and both. If you do percentage, it would only show you percentage. If you do numeric value, it shows you numeric value. For me, I like seeing both numeric and percentage. So that way I can be precise on execution phase or like a mechanic check in raids. Next add-on is for PvP enjoyers. It's an add-on called Ranker. I highly recommend getting this if you don't know how much honor you'll be needing to farm. I've completed all of it, so it's not going to show. But if you're freshly downloading this, it will tell you X amount of honor is needed to be farmed in order to go to the next rank. And you could pretty much just grind all the way. Oh, it's right here. 0 honor, 4,500, 11,000, 22,000, 33,000, and 45,000 for each rank. Next, we have the Rune Engraver. So I have it where it toggles when I open my character sheet. And basically, instead of searching for your runes, scrolling away, you could just go to Chest, Divine Storm, Waste, Enlightened Judgment. You can just change it right here automatically. Very, very handy. We also have extended character stats on the right, which pretty much shows me all my stats. Next, we have Trinket Menu. You could also get Item Rack, but I personally prefer this because it feels like it queues better. Especially when I'm in combat, I could just change it and it would queue it up. Can't really show you the example because these guys die so fast. Let me try to put a Crusader on since this doesn't do damage. And say I just used my chicken, I want to press this. On the left top, you can see a small icon saying it's queued up. And when I come out of combat, it'll change for me right away. So when I'm PvPing, especially on my rogue, and I just use all my trinket, and I get a quick re-stealth, and I queue all these up, as I'm in re-stealth, it'll swap for me, and then I can open again. Very, very nice. And next we have 5-second rule. If you look at my character portrait, on the bottom, you'll see a little mana bar that was going down, and now it's grayed out, ticking. So when I use my mana, it's going to be blue, but right after, it's going to drop, and each silver tick is going to be in my mana region. So if I'm having a boss fight, or I'm in world PvP and I need mana badly, I still want to fight, I can still auto attack or use Crusader Strike, which doesn't trigger any of my mana. As long as you use abilities that don't trigger mana, you will have that 5-second rule ticking. If you're a caster watching, this is good too, so you can just weave wands, get a lot of mana ticks back, and then you can go back into battle. Alright, that was pretty much all the ones that are frequently asked. The next add-ons I'm just going to go over because these are quality of life changes. Maybe some of you guys have these add-ons, maybe some of you guys don't. The first one is going to be Questie, which shows you where you can pick up the quest and what you need to do to kill them. I know it's a no-brainer. Hopefully everyone has this, but for the people that don't, yeah, it just shows you where you get the items. And they had a big update, so all the rune quests are there and the craftable item quests are all there too. Next is damage meter. I know some of you guys are not a big fan of this, but I still highly recommend you get it so that you can go into options, check interrupts. So when you click interrupts and you've interrupted a lot, it will show you the number of how much kick you did and number of dispels you've done, what you died to. You can do a little recap, or you could break down even your damage of what you've been doing in your rotation to study the things. And I recommend this because some of you guys might think you're doing insane amount of damage sometimes, but you might not be, and there is still room to min-max and get better. Also, when somebody calls you out saying you haven't done a single kick, you can go back in here and show them, hey, I've kicked 7 times. Don't know what you guys are talking about. So it's good to have this, especially if you're a raid leader. You could check if your teammates have been dispelling or interrupting, so no one can get away with lying. The next add-on I have is Bagnon. I know it's very messy. You can press this to clean up your bag so it goes in order with consumes, quest items, the search bar so you could search for whatever you want. You can also look at your bank if you right click it, and you can also check out your bank characters if you left click to see what you have in your bank, how much gold you have, so you don't have to log back and forth and check where your items are at. Next we have Nova World Buff. Again, a quality of life. You can check what layer you're on. I'm on layer 1 right now. If you go into guild layers, you could check where other guild members are at. And if you want to go to layer 5, for example, you could whisper comrade or pumps and say, hey, can you layer me to 5? And you can also check where the buffs are dropping, which is quite nice. And finally, we have what can I train? If you press the tab, it will show you what abilities you have on the next 2 level, the upcoming abilities. And if it's something important, you can head back home to train. If it's not, you can skip over. And it's cool to look at to see what you have and what you don't have. And that's all the add-ons. Actually, I'd like to mention 3 more. We have Narcissus. Epic moment is Narcissus. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a little cool add-on. You can look at your gears, your stats, cool AFK screen. We also have Auctionator, which helps a lot with Auction House. Please get it if you do Auction House. It's just more simpler. You don't have to flip through all the pages. It's very nice. And last but not least, if you're in my guild or you're in a guild with multiple guilds connected, download Greenwall so that you can see both guild chats connected. I have 2 guilds and it's nice to have it connected. So make sure to download it if you're in my guild. And that's pretty much all my add-ons. In the future, if I add anything, I will write it down in the comments so that you all know what add-ons I have and can keep up to date. Hopefully this video helped, and I'll see you next time. Also, check out my merch. New merch just dropped. Peace.